Welcome to the Captain Meow Trivia. Would you be able to get at least 20 right? Pause if you need it. No options, just knowledge. Focus, let's begin. Does a standard deck of cards have more than 50 cards? Yes, there are 52 cards, one for every week of the year. Who was the first president of South Africa elected democratically? Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison before leading his country. Which is the largest country located entirely within Europe? It is Ukraine. While Russia is larger, it spans across both Europe and Asia. Is a strike in bowling a perfect score for a single frame? Yes. It means you knocked down all 10 pins on your very first ball. What is the result of any number divided by 0? Undefined. If you try to do it on a calculator, it will literally give you an error message. Pay attention to the curiosities shown during the video. Some of them will be answers to future trivia questions. What is the electrical charge of a neutron? Neutron? Neutrons act like glue to keep protons together in the nucleus. What is the most abundant gas in Earth's atmosphere? It is nitrogen. Neutrons act like glue to keep protons together in the nucleus. In The Simpsons, what is the name of the family dog? Santa's Little Helper. He was rescued from a Greyhound racing track in the first episode. How many sides does a hexagon have? 6. Honeybees use this shape to build their hives for maximum efficiency. Which planet is known for its prominent Great Red Spot? It is Jupiter. That spot is actually a massive storm that has lasted for centuries. Can a human being sneeze while they are asleep? No. Your brain shuts down the sneeze reflex during deep sleep. Which country was the first to give women the right to vote? It was New Zealand. They led the way for equality back in 1893. What is the smallest country in Central America? It is El Salvador. It is roughly the same size as the US state of Massachusetts. What tool is used to tighten or loosen a hex bolt? Allen wrench. Also known as a hex key, they are famous for assembling IKEA furniture. Does an atom have more empty space than solid matter? Yes, atoms are 99.9% empty space. The nucleus is tiny. What is the only even prime number? It is 2. Every other even number can be divided by 2, so they aren't prime. How many points is a touchdown worth in American football? 6. The extra point or 2-point conversion comes after the touchdown. What is the common name for sodium chloride? Salt. It is the most common mineral found in the ocean. Which is the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea? Sicily. Known as the world's most conquered island, Sicily's culture is a unique blend of Greek, Roman, Arab, and Spanish history. In Tetris, how many squares make up each falling block? 4. This is why the game is called Tetris, from the Greek word for 4. Hey, how is it going? If you want to help me to complete future missions, consider subscribing and like the video. It would help me a lot. That's all. Continue enjoying the trivia. Is a light year a measure of time? No. It is a measure of distance. The distance light travels in 1 year. What is the top number of a fraction called? It is numerator. The bottom number is called the denominator. What is the name of the first black hole ever photographed? Too hard. I know. But don't worry. I will help you with this. But first, I will ask you to subscribe. Did you do it? Are you sure? Okay, then here you have the options. The name is M87. This invisible monster is 55 million light years away. Which ancient civilization invented the 365-day calendar? The Egyptians. They needed to predict when the Nile River would flood each year. Is the blue whale the largest animal to ever live? Yes, they are even bigger than the largest dinosaurs. Which empire built Machu Picchu in the Andes? The Inca Empire. It was built in the 1400s, but remained hidden until 1911. Which is the smallest US state by land area? It is Rhode Island. You could fit nearly 500 Rhode Islands inside Alaska. What color is the sunset on the planet Mars? It is color blue. Martian dust scatters blue light toward the observer. How many millimeters are in 1 meter? 1,000. Milli comes from the Latin word for 1,000. Which car brand features a prancing horse logo? It is Ferrari. The horse was originally painted on a World War I fighter plane. Can a phone flashlight see through a human hand? Yes, the light passes through, making your hand glow deep red. How many outs does a baseball team get per inning? Three. Once 3 outs are made, the teams switch between batting and fielding. Is water, H2O, considered a pure element? No, it is a compound because it is made of 2 different elements. Who was the first person to sail around the world? His name is Ferdinand Magellan. Though he died during the trip, his crew finished the journey. Which is the largest country in Africa by land area? It is Algeria. It took the top spot after Sudan split into 2 countries in 2011. Which part of the plant is a carrot? The root. They were originally purple or yellow. Orange ones came later. Quick, what is 2 to the power of 3? The answer is 8. It's called 2 cubed because it forms a perfect physical cube made of 8 smaller blocks. What is the name of the closest star to Earth? The sun? It takes about 8 minutes for its light to reach us. Does a penny in the US contain more zinc than copper? Yes. Since 1982, pennies are 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. Can cats taste sweet things like sugar? No. Cats are the only mammals that lack the taste buds for sweetness. All right, here's your final score. How was the mission? Tell me at the comments. How many did you get right? Mission complete. We have arrived to our home, the Earth. Scientists believe that billions of years ago, Earth might not have been green. It might have been purple. Early microbes may have used a molecule called retinol, which is purple, to absorb sunlight instead of the green chlorophyll plants used today. Subscribe to continue the mission. The next planet is waiting.